For the Milford Spartans coach, Mr. Don Madison. Number 1, Kyle McLeod. Number 11, Josh Berry. Number 14, Ethan Zopa. Number 23, Kenny Sora. And number 42, Will O'Connell. And now, for your West Side, new nights for Professor Rich Jones. Number 1, Max Showtime. Number 2, Kevin Edmonds. Number 4, Will Kanawasa. Number 3, and number 31, Matthias O'Malley.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Manchester West High School. My name is Zach Johnston from Manchester Public Television. This is going to be a great game here as the visiting Milford Spartans take on the Manchester West Blue Knights. I'm here with my partner Kyle Heavey manning the camera here this evening as West coming off a tough loss to one of the best teams in Division II. Pelham, the defending champs, going to the rim there was Tevin Edmonds drawing a foul. So Kyle, how is West going to respond after that tough loss to Pelham?
You know, I talked to Coach Rich Otis about that game, and Pelham just outworked him in every single scenario. 18 offensive rebounds for Pelham, and now for West, they got to figure things out and taking a 1-0 lead right there on that free throw. But they really just have been out-muscled in certain ways down low. And for a Milford squad here that does not have a single senior, it's ability for Manchester to really be able to show some muscle here in some ways versus a team with a lot of spirit, a lot of energy, and a long three right there misses.
That's a good board ripped out by Tanuvasa. Tries to get to Socha, but it gets knocked away. Milford with the ball now. That is Kylo Kwan with the ball driving towards the basket, and Tanuvasa knocks it. It's going to go to West, so they'll get possession. Tanuvasa knocked it off of Kwan, and that will go out of bounds, so West will get possession here. Tanuvasa into the corner. Chavez, the three-point center. It's good! Three-pointer from the corner. Eliel Chavez, that's his specialty.
A 5-0 start right here for West is right what the doctor had ordered.
Towards the paint, drawn low, try to get around Obando. Pull-up shot, Will O'Connell just off. Grabbing it, Obando the rebound.
I like the shot selection. Just hopefully we'll get it to sink later on in the game. But West will take these rebounds.
Shosa has Edmonds trying to get a lane, trying to dish it over. Shosa's open, pressed up, down low, and that's out of the hands of Tevin Edmonds. Here comes Kwan. Leads the Milford team in scoring. Their primary option, the sophomore, floats it up. It's off. Knocked out of the hands of Obando. He retains possession. Tanuvasa, nice pass. That was Edmonds with a nice pass to Tanuvasa, who lays it in. It's 7-0. Hot start here for the Blue Knights. The number 6 team in Division II, facing the number 17 team in Milford. Thrown up, nearly taken out by Shosa. Kwan down low. Obando with a good coverage. To the top, here's the three. Missed it. West gets the ball right back.
Obviously, when you have a deficit like this, Milford is just trying anything that they can. Long shots, and they're just not sinking. Sometimes you just got to, well, that's close to a travel right there.
Yeah, down 7 early. Milford needs a tone-setting bucket to get themselves back in this game here. Here's the man that could get that for him now. Kwan dishing it into the corner. That's Spospa. That's off. Trying to get the ball back. Good job there by Obando. Sizopa, rather, is Ethan Sizopa on the shot. Obando, wide open. Got it!
Oh, Milford needs a timeout as they are just being outrun right now early in this contest through the first 2 minutes and 46 seconds. It's been all West, and that's a tough way to be in a deficit as this place has been jamming all week long. This is our third game that we've seen West here in this gymnasium, and they've gone 2-0 for us here, so we'll see what they can do. They don't seem to do well on the road this year. That's one thing I'm noticing from West, is that it's just been a little bit of struggle. Losses in Pembroke, losses in Pelham, and it's all about March basketball, and that's when the madness really begins. But they obviously want to keep things scoring here early in this contest.
And that's why I think winning these games down the stretch is going to be so important for them, trying to get home court advantage in the playoffs, which they are holding a seed right now in playoffs with their first-year head coach Rich Otis. Like I commented on in their Kingswood game, Shosa's going to tip that out. It's going to stay Milford ball. What a job by Coach Rich Otis so far, leading his team, not only with a 10-3 record right now as of February 9th, but also with his 1,000-point scorer Max Shosa. Not the first, not the last time we're going to talk about him here.
No, he actually came looking good the other night, and now I'm just hoping that the team can all come together and not just rely on one person.
There's a floater just off. Milford will keep it back. Quan pulls up. That's off. They cannot get that ball in. Now Tanuvasa down our far side. Up and in. Will Tanuvasa.
And Will had kind of looked back, thinking that maybe he had gotten interrupted in that trip to the layup, but
Quan on the nice pass here. Suzopa here. Corner three shot is off. That was taken by Kenyon Sora. Scramble for the ball now. Obando with his hands on it. It's going to be a jump ball. We'll see who gets the possession here.
Going to stay with Milford.
It's going to stay with Milford. Our referees this evening are Mr. Steve Sansing and Mr. Nick Bowers.
Steve, we saw here on Tuesday in that game, or at least you, well, I was here too, but
yes.
You obviously were able to commentate Kingswood's game.
Yeah, Rich and I calling that the Steve squared unit. Here's the pull-up three. Suzopa, that's going to get deflected here as West's going to take it up our near side. Obando holding the ball with a good move, trying to get himself by Sora.
Love to see a big man with moves like that.
Floater up, that's off, yeah. Obando and Chavez, great ball handlers and shooters for those big body guys. And a dunk attempt. Milford to not get points. They try to go flashy, and that's Will O'Connell who tried to dunk it here. And they will still remain without points. That's got to be tough.
Is that a technical foul for hanging on the rim? I'm very intrigued to see. No, he's actually going to he got fouled on the way up.
That's a tech. 32. O'Connell's going to get teed up for hanging on the rim, and they still don't score. Man, that's just a double gut punch to Milford as Will O'Connell tried to get a little too flashy there on his attempt, and he ended up missing it. So it's going to stay 12-0. They'll send Shosa to the line with the technical free throws.
Oh, just not enough to get that shot to go down and see if he can put some more arc in it and not front rim it here. Oh, no tough. Good on that. That's a tough spot for sure.
Nonetheless, here, Milford's tires are deflated. They're going to have to make a stop at a gas station down the road to fill up those tires. Now, West's going to hold on to the possession as well.
Those Celsiuses are really good these days.
Yeah, maybe they can fill their tires up, get an energy drink too, get something to spark themselves here. Schultz is going to pull up. That shot's going to hit off that front rim. It's taken by O'Connor, looking to get revenge for himself here. Quan double covered. They know he's their primary scoring option. Down low into the corner. Here's an open Suzopa. He'll pull up. Got it. Suzopa, that's the first points of the game for Milford. It's a three-pointer. West trying to get a big retaliation bucket. We'll see how they can go on offense after giving up points for the first time here in this game. Here is the three. It is out and away from Tevin Edmonds.
Milford has a chance right here to really make things difficult. A 5-0 swing, and yeah, Max has to kind of hardly throw that ball into the ground as Coach Otis is not pleased of his team just playing lackadaisical defense, letting the Spartans get behind them and having an easy trips to the bucket. You think about that dunk there, that would have made it a 5-point game. Right now we're still sitting at a 12-5 lead for Manchester, but Milford has at least got a spark here, and that's exactly what Coach Don Utterson is hoping for.
We did see West double team Kyle Kwan there, and they know he's one of their primary scoring options here. But to see Ethan Sizopa get the scoring starting for Milford, one of their secondary guys, is going to be big if they want to find a way to get back into this game. They're down 12-5 here in favor of the Blue Knights here. Zach Johnston, Kyle Heavey from Manchester Public Television. The Blue Knights lead the Spartans.
Also, I gotta say, Zach, that it is a very warm night here in the Quinn Gymnasium. 46 degrees outside. It is not a typical February for sure. And I mean, 58 tomorrow. I'm glad we're not having to be back in here.
Yeah. At the Bill Meisel field, they're running out of snow there on the football field. Into the corner now, O'Connell overshot that layup attempt. Now they pinball Plinko for the ball. It's going to roll, and Tevin Edmonds will retain possession. We got Jermaine Gonzalez in the game. Up and toilet bowl, it's in! The sophomore Jermaine Gonzalez in early, and he scores.
I kind of like to start using the toilet bowl shot.
Here is Sizopa. Obando really flustering him here. Kwan, nice pass down low, into the corner. Kangthi with the ball, defended by Shosa. High pass. Good job pulling that in by Sizopa. Gonzalez with a little friendly bump here, and Coach Otis with some friendly words for him after that. So Kwan will have the inbound.
It's only so much you can do when you see the ball coming at you. You got some muscle, you think that you can get it, but just wasn't able to work. And I'm certainly going to have to ask Coach Utterson what the DM stands for on the back of the shirts here for Milford. It's all over the place here, as usually you see their names, but obviously something happened here.
I just thought the same thing. You never want to assume, especially with initials. And Gonzalez dishing it back. Tanavasa over to Tevin Edmonds. Up top, pulled in by Shosa. Back to Edmonds, he's open. The dish over, Tanavasa with his pink shoes. Just off, Obando, that's off his hand, and will go to Milford.
I think Obando wants his hands to be a little bit bigger so he can palm that on the rebound there. It just goes off of him and goes into the gym entrance area here where they're selling some great pizza. It's National Pizza Day, Zach.
Oh, how's that? Here is Sizopa. Flustered now, double teamed. Kwan dishing it back over. Gonzalez tried to smack it away here. Kwan, long range three. Wow, he drilled that. Don't get him in open space here. He's got a nice little shot here. Tanuvasa up, off, draws the foul. He'll go to the line.
Not pleased with that is Kenyon Sora. He's felt like he got ran into on that layup attempt, and that will be his first foul. Team's third right here with $1:32 remaining in this opening period here.
Tanuvasa at the line for the first time here for West. Gets their first free throw made of the game. 14-8 is our score, 15 rather, and it's 1:32 left to go here in the first quarter as the Blue Knights of Manchester West lead the Spartans of Milford.
Josh Berry coming in for Ethan Zopa. So a junior for a sophomore.
You never know from up here what those kids are chanting, but it's definitely something as they bring a lot of passion here to this gym. Nice chance for a reverse layup here. Otis is not a player, so he can't receive that pass. So
well, he was ready. Obviously, I think he's got some basketball talents, being a coach for a number of years now. I know 5 in Pembroke, 2 here at West. So,
oh no, looker, Shosa. Oh, that's off. Shosa a little cold here to start this game.
Well, it might be hot in the gym, but Milford, look at this.
They're starting to get hot here. 6-point game. It's only a 2-possession deficit. Gonzalez trying to get down low, fight through contact. He's going to step out of bounds. So now the momentum heading Milford's way here, Kyle.
Max is going to take a seat here. We haven't seen that at all this week. And Max Hood is going to come into play here. Obviously, there's only 55 seconds to go, but still.
I like the decision from Coach Otis to rest his star off his game a little bit. He's got a big chance for a resurging second half here, or a second quarter rather. O'Connell lofting it up here. Kwan pulling up. Can he stay hot? That shot's off. 35 seconds and counting. Hood, his first shot of the game is a 2, that's off. Here comes Josh Berry manning the Milford Spartans. Dishing it back to Sora. Here's Kengthy back to Sora. Quan trying to get off the screen here. Hood playing some good coverage on him. He'll race up, overshoot it. Milford keeps the ball back. Good. Sora gonna pull it from the corner. It's good. It's a 3-point game here. They've come all the way back. 5 seconds left. Can West get a shot off? Edmonds dishing it. Hood. That's off. Talk about a resurging second half of that first quarter, Kyle, as the Milford Spartans have come to a 3-point deficit. A hot start for the Blue Knights of Manchester West, but now it's a 3-point game.
Unbelievable of what the Spartans have been able to do over the last few minutes here, as they hadn't scored for the first 3 minutes and 46 seconds before finally getting a 3, and they've been able to stifle. I think they're on a 13-4 run right now with West not doing so hot. They've had their chances, but I mean, missing those free throws on a technical, that was an easy 2 points right there. And well, let's see if the fans and the cheerleaders can do their thing with the blue, 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 white, white, white. You know, love to see the fans and the crowd getting into this with the cheerleaders.
Like I said, I think the first time I was here with Jason Cody and Peter Capano, I said something about how the construction of the roof is more of a triangular slanted, which compresses sound. It's kind of how the Seahawks built Lumen Field, where taking the sound and making it one of the loudest stadiums in the NFL. So you can add engineer to my list of what Rich McDonough would have a list for me, but nonetheless, the sound fills the entire gym here. This is a very loud gymnasium as the ball will be brought up. Shosa stays out for the start of the second quarter.
Yeah, well, the issue with the slanted roof here, Zach, is that with the snow on the ground or on the roof, it's causing some leaking on the roof.
That is true. Gonzalez with the putback as the second quarter starts with scoring for West.
But the leaking is starting to happen for Milford here if they're going to allow that many offensive rebounds.
Gonzalez trying to pester O'Connell here as they're going to double team him. They're going to get the ball over. Nice pass. That's off the hands. Here comes Tanavasa. That's off his pink shoe, and we'll go back to Milford here. That's the second time I've talked about his pink shoes, which
you're jealous, aren't you, Jack?
I do
you're
like
jealous.
the color pink. Edmonds got some pink shoes too here, as the shoe selections here. I like a good basketball shoe. I'm not a big shoe person here, but I do like the vibrant colors that basketball players like to have on their shoes here. O'Connell up and off will draw the foul. He'll go to the line. No. Maybe, yes. That's an offensive foul. So not a hot start here for O'Connell as he had his tech and now drawing an offensive foul.
Yeah, that's coach has got to certainly be a little bit worried about that.
I was looking down, saw assistant coach Chris Lutz point their way, and I was like, maybe, maybe not. So West will get the ball off of the offensive foul. Tanavasa wanted it, defended here by, that was defended by Suzopa. Now back into the corner. Tanavasa looking for someone open. Back out to Edmonds. Edmonds dribbling with his right hand and a handoff to Hood. Back to Tanavasa, into the corner for Gonzalez. Nobody open down low. Obanda wanted the ball, but Gonzalez will pitch it back. Fakes the handoff. Looking like a play action here. Suzopa pestering them here. No shot clock here in this division, but it probably would have gone off by now. This has been a long possession, and it will end with points as that ball bouncing back and forth off the rim.
Nothing like a little ping pong.
Yeah. Up over to Kengthy. Down, ripped out of the sky by O'Connell. Kengthy now double teamed by two West defenders. Sopa, he's being pestered. Out of bounds, West ball. So this is their defensive priority here that Coach Otis is putting on, getting two guys on the ball handler when they're down by the sideline, getting them to step out. So it's been successful for West so far, pestering the Milford ball carriers here as
O'Connell taking a seat right now, so definitely losing a little bit of height here, but it looks like number 23 in Kenyon Sora is back out here, and he's definitely the tallest guy from our vantage point up here.
Nice little move into the corner. Chavez back onto the floor, pestered, and he'll throw it. Oh, Hood, what a save, but he'll end up throwing it out of bounds here. Good effort by the sophomore guard.
It was worthy of a Tommy point for that, for sure.
Good effort, and that will head out to Quan. He'll bring it up, 7-point deficit. Manchester West leading Milford 20-13. Down low, bounce pass. It'll give it right to Shosa, who comes back into the game for West. Pulled in by Tanavasa, up and in. Shosa with an assist coming back out onto the floor. Tanavasa finishes. 5:18 left to go here, second quarter.
Will looks very comfortable today, taking over the scoring so far.
Pulled in by Berry. Here's a three from Sora that'll rattle around and taken by Tanavasa. Dishing it up. Shosa, he's got momentum. Up, back on the scoring sheet comes Max Shosa, Mr. 1000. 11-point lead for the Blue Knights here. They're starting to get the ball rolling here in their favor.
I'll be intrigued to see what he can finish with, if it can be 1,100.
Scramble for the ball, here's Tanavasa. Up, and more points for the Blue Knights. Timeout, I believe, called, yes, taken by Milford after that bad turnover.
Right there, you're seeing what pressure can do to a team, and Milford is starting to break like a fault line, and not much you can do when you were just down 3 and now you are down 13, Zach. As again, what can happen here with a team that gets comfortable, and at least for Coach Otis, putting a different plan of attack has worked to perfection over the 3 minutes and 18 seconds here of the second quarter.
26-13. And we saw West with a little bit of pressure at the end of the first quarter, and now they've been able to bounce back as they're back on top here, up by 13.
Not bad to see what's going to happen here, as they are just trying to get another win, and they need some help from other squads here ahead of them in the standings due West, with I know that Pembroke and Co-Brown, who are both above them, will be facing off, I think it's next week. So there's some big games that could really help West, but at the same time, if they're looking at their own plan of attack for the future, you got to be worried about some games in the future, like the Pelham and Bow next week as well.
Yeah, that'll be a big one here for the Division II standings. O'Connell still can't get on the board. I believe he is still pointless after his tech. Gonzalez, travel, yeah, I agree. Took a little too much of a gather step. They'll call him for a travel.
And we really only have 2 weeks left in the season here, Zach. So this is certainly a big game for both teams, as Milford would like to crawl in.
Nice pass, yes. I agree, Milford trying to sneak in as well. It would be a catastrophe if somehow West doesn't make the playoffs. That's a three taken from Nate Kingfey. He'll drill it. You think when you're at double digits at this point of the lead and wins, you're almost a shoo-in for the playoffs. There's a three from Shosa, it's good! Max Shosa from downtown, 29-16. Kingfey over to Zopa with a nice little shifty move. Blocked by Shosa, he sends it back. Shosa pulls it in. Mr. Do-It-All, can he get the points here? He'll dish it. Chavez pulls up, rattling around. Gonzalez gets the ball back. Offensive rebound for West. Taken away is his open ice save. Gonzalez gets it back. Shosa with the ball. Can he get it? No, shorts it.
It was a Dirk Nowitzki type fadeaway right there.
What a possession.
Or you can even say Kobe Bryant late in his career who had that, and as yesterday was Kobe Bryant Day.
Kangthy three off. O'Connell will go to the line. Trying to get on the board for the first time. 29-16, 3:09 left here to go in the first half. Zach Johnson, Kyle Heavey at Manchester Public Television's broadcast of high school basketball. Division II NHIAA matchup. The 4-10, number 17 ranked Milford Spartans and the 10-3, number 6th ranked Manchester West Blue Knights.
10-4, Zach.
Yes. Oh,
10-4 from Pelham's. The loss to Pelham last night. So they did not update the standings on the NHIA website.
Yep,
I think that's
why.
where you're at right now.
Yes, and that's why all of my averages were off. So
10-4 is tough because now you're tied with Bo. And
they play Pelham coming up, right? Yeah.
Bo has a tough kind of a couple weeks here where it's really going to matter if they're going to drop in the standings or rise up, because they have Bishop Brady tonight, West at home next week. Plymouth will be there next Friday, and then they end the season with Sanborn.
Down low, Tanavasa trying to float one, doesn't pull up.
Patient.
Edmonds, yes, was patient. Tanavasa trying to work his way, step back three, it's off. It was deflected there by Kenyon Sora. Brought up now, O'Connell dishing it. Here's Kwan. Back on the scoring sheet, nothing but net from Kai Lau Kwan.
Three right there. That was a Steph Curry type three, and we have a timeout called.
That is Steph Curry range there, and he drilled it.
Spartans are pretty happy with that, but again, with a 9-point lead for West, they got to be happy with certain aspects. It seems like they pulled away from the pressure defense, and now we're getting Coach Otis saying a few words to his players about what they need to do and trying to spread the ball around, pass the ball, don't try to do things on your own. And quick game so far, Zach, is really we've only had a total of 6 fouls in this contest.
Yeah, they've been staying out of foul trouble for sure. We had the technical foul early, but it wasn't necessarily a temper flaring tech. It was, I guess, a technical tech, if you want to put it that way.
Well, don't hang on the rim, you know.
Yeah.
That's where it comes down to it.
If Jason Tatum can get called for it, I wouldn't be surprised to see it called here in the high school level. So here comes Tevin Edmonds manning the point here for West, trying to work on Kai Lau Kwan.
It's still 10 feet down when you if you let go and fall. So
yeah, absolutely. I'd find myself getting hurt doing that. Corner, no, not corner. Shosa, he throws it down and viciously gets back on defense. How about that? He had tried it. We saw O'Connell try to dunk, and now Shosa throwing it down, and the fans are loud here.
Nothing brings the crowd to joy as a dunk, as there are a lot of Milford fans here, and looks like O'Connell can get up there and dunk, but whether they've seen that in person this year is another question. But Max certainly has been able to do that for the past couple of years, and a little jealous on our part, Zach.
Yeah, Shosa down low, Obando, it will fall. Got the lucky bounce here, the home court advantage. 13-point lead, back in double digits are the Blue Knights.
Who doesn't love a good pinball?
Yeah. Tipped up in the air by Tevin Edmonds. Ball back for West. Stolen by Kai Lau Kwan, who's everywhere. The Lightning bolting up and no! Doesn't get the friendly bounce here, but they get the ball back.
But he gets the rebound after all that.
Yeah, it'll stay Milford ball.
That was close to a goaltend.
Yeah, Shosa trying to pester Kingsley there. The ball back to Kwan. He's defended by Edmonds. Back up to O'Connell, who pulls up. O'Connell missed it. Brought back in by Zazopa. A little dish back. Kwan with the ball. Just over a minute left to play here in the first half, 33-20. Milford trying to get more points on the board. Edmonds will take it away. Here he goes. Tevin Edmonds up and in.
A little love from Nate Kengthy right there. Trying to get him to get rid of the ball. And
bounce pass. That's good from Sora. So
back and forth.
Absolutely, these teams going back and forth. Obando. Wide open, Shosa. Got it.
Well, he started off slow, Zach, but he's starting to bring the noise right now. Some threes, a dunk, everything's looking good.
Travel called, and they are flatterly rustled. I don't know what that means, but they are definitely flattered and rustled. Yes, that is Milford. And they've been back and forth with momentum on their side and momentum against their side here.
Amazing what has happened since the end of that first quarter here, Zach.
Yes, absolutely, how the tides have turned again. Just over 20 seconds. Wide open, Obando. That's off of the back rim. Pulled in by Kwan. Open Sazopa, can he lay it in? Nearly blocked by Shosa, can they get it off here? 5 seconds. Here comes Shosa, trying to end the half with points. Corner three, Chavez. That's off. And that'll end the first half here from the Charles J. Quinn Gymnasium. The Manchester West Knights lead 38-24 over the Milford Spartans.
Zach, I don't know the official number. I think that might have been 23 points scored in that period alone for West.
Something like it, yeah. Really back and forth first half of this game. We'll cut to break for halftime. Zach Johnston, Kyle Heavey from Manchester Public Television. As Rich McDonough says, we'll see you on the other side for the second half. Welcome back to the Manchester West Gymnasium, the Charles J. Quinn Gymnasium. I'm Zach Johnston with Kyle Heavey. Manchester Public Television brings you coverage of high school basketball. Second half coming up. Kyle, you said you got a lot of info to go over after halftime. What do you got for us?
A 14-point lead for West is obviously a very helpful way to hopefully get the victory here. And for Max Sosa, even though he started off slow, he does have 10 points now. Second on the team behind Will Tanavasa, who has got 12 points, leading the game right now. And it's a plethora of team building right here for Milford, on the other hand. They got Ethan Zopa and Kenyon Sora, both with 7 points, that is leading the team. And then Kailu Wong with 6 points. I'm impressed with his speed so far in this contest.
Yeah, he has been shocking when he gets space. Nice and fast here. Obanda with the coverage here on Zopa.
So a big difference in that second quarter with Milford only scoring 11 points. Well, West, on the other hand, doubled them up and had 22 points, and that's really where it comes down to in the game, because it was a 16-13 lead after the first quarter, with West doing a good job to start off, but Milford really came back strong in those last 3 minutes.
Yeah, it's been, like I said, back and forth. Lead changes, or momentum changes rather. It's been mostly West in the lead here, but Milford has come within 3. O'Connell, a little floater. Oh, it falls! Brady O'Connor with the shot. I'll correct myself, that's Will O'Connell.
I don't know where you got the Brady from.
Brady O'Connor is number 30 right above him.
Oh, there we go, okay.
I'm mixing them up here, my apologies. And I certainly hope I haven't been doing that all night.
No, you've done a good job, because it's really been Will O'Connell who's been out here,
yes,
who is listed as one of the captains here.
I'm pretty sure there's someone with a very similar name on that Bedford team.
Yeah, the O'Connell brothers are cousins, I think they are, who are playing in Pinkerton right now.
Yes.
That game just started 15 minutes ago, but we are in the second half here, and we'll see what they can do. Right now, looks like Milford, 1 point advantage to start off with. Oh, off the mark right there.
Here comes Shosa, fouled, and he'll go to the line with 2 shots.
Well, let's see what he can do different here on the free throws, as he missed 2 in the first. And now let's see if he can get himself up to 12 points right here. Foul goes on. I believe it was Kailu Wong. And it looks confident there. A little backing away, if you notice here, Zach, on the free throws.
Yeah. And he'll short it. It's pulled in by Chavez, and a foul is called.
Ethan Sopa is not pleased with that, as he felt like it was he's getting some love from the teammates, as felt like it was more of a jump ball than anything else.
That'll go on him here. They've got Tanavasa in that corner with no one by him. He's calling for the ball. Shosa's got it. He gets it. And stolen out of the air by Kenyon Sora. Sora, with all the speed he can muster up now as he's double teamed. He'll dish it. Swatted by Chavez. Tanavasa up and in.
That was slick. Looked like he was going to give it away, and then decided to go up with his left hand and get those 2 points. So now he's up to 14.
Here's Quan. O'Connell. Zopa dishing it. Quan, 3. He's been hitting those, but he missed that one. Chavez doesn't pull the trigger. Shosa. over to Tevin Edmonds. Edmonds on a handoff back to Chavez.
Zone defense for Milford here is doing a pretty good job.
Chavez up and just off, pulled in. Shosa, no. Taken by Sora. Over to Kwan.
Got to get those second chance points for West. That's going to be important for the playoff run for sure.
Kwan up, does not fall. Shosa. And it is going to fall.
How do you stop that, Zach? That is just absolutely difficult right there.
The height and the power that Max Shosa has. He is a force to be reckoned with. Tossed over, and a travel is called.
You got to buy a ticket if you want to get on the bus.
That is definitely true here, as 44-26. Manchester West extending their lead here. Just over 4.5 minutes left to play here in the third quarter. A bounce pass from Obando. Good ball movement here. Tanavasa up and in. Beautiful move there, just lofting that in.
That will work for sure.
Bounce pass here. Kwan being double teamed. Bounce pass it back to O'Connell. Kwan in the corner now. Playing a little back and forth now. They'll double team him up. Dished into the corner to Zopa's. Open, up, and off. Rebound, good. Right place, right time there for Will O'Connell.
That was like backyard basketball right there. Little oop it right there.
Yeah. Gonzalez now to Tanavasa, back to Edmonds. Tanavasa, Shosa calling for it. It's Obando. Gonzalez lays it in. He's got good jumping.
That
Jermaine
was
Gonzalez
a perfect placement to show that you're got to get rid of the ball and find one of your teammates, and credit to the assist on that.
Pulling up three, Sora off the back of the rim, ball up in the air, pulled out by Shosa. And now he'll take it down the far side. A nice dish over to Tevin Edmonds off the hands of Gonzalez, floating it back. Shosa's gonna pull up, got it! Max Shosa for three!
Wow, oh wow. I mean, if you don't make that, that's a long three. It was almost near the front of the Blue Knight logo on the court itself.
They had an wide open layup, and Kenyon Sora just didn't get enough strength into his shot. 51-28 as the Blue Knights have come into the second half with fire, blasting to extend their lead here.
Again, a very warm night here at the Quinn.
In the corner, Tanavasa rolling around, not good. Pulled in by Gonzalez. Second chance scoring. Jermaine Gonzalez does it again. How's that for the sophomore?
What else can you do right there? You got a 25-point lead right now. And
turnover, here comes Shosa. More points. Pile them on. 55-28. Milford has to take a timeout. And the momentum going all in favor here for West to start the second half, Kyle. My goodness, they have played really well to start this second half.
I think that Coach Gutterson is seeing something that he does not appreciate from the referees, as not much you can do when the calls aren't being called right there for his team. But you see the scoreboard right there with 2:37 remaining. I mean, if the right things are going here, it's who knows if they're going to hit the 80 mark right now for the way things are. West are going.
West has a 27-point lead here. A three gets them to a 30-point lead, Kyle, and it's the third quarter. How about this for a second half? I mean,
and no fouls for West, so it's not like any of them are in foul trouble by any means.
Yeah.
So for them to really be able to showcase their skills, again, a team that has no seniors, you can see the skill level is going to be phenomenal in the next couple years for Milford.
Milford, yes, they got a good core of 2025ers. They got 7 juniors, 5 sophomores, 4 freshmen.
I mean, think about that senior class next year.
Yeah, they will have a senior night next year for sure. Shot off the top of the backboard, bouncing off the rim. stolen now. Gonzalez trying to keep it. He keeps it into the corner. Going down low, knocked out by Quan. It'll go back to West's possession.
And Coach Gutterson was telling me no seniors on the girls team as well.
Really?
So imagine that. You get a whole entire basketball squad without a senior nights.
Obando doesn't fall. Yeah, that's certainly interesting. That's something I haven't seen, and for it to be the whole program, no seniors. Stolen, Obando pulling it in off the ground. Shosa trying to retain the ball. Goes up, and it will fall. This place is rocking. 57-28, Manchester West.
Milford trying their best. It's going to be a foul called here, and I believe that will come on Ubando. Matthias there.
Yeah.
No, it's actually no foul, just out of bounds. No, it actually is on Matthias. Okay, my bad.
Inbound coming.
Well,
Dished up, pulled in there by Sora into the corner, looking for a three. Nope. Pulled in by Obando. Down they go, trying to get another big bucket. Up. That's off. Oh no, they almost turned it over. That is Brady O'Connor. Here's Shosa. Oh baby, laying it in. That's the right decision to not overdo it. Try to dunk and miss. Loft it right in. Here, pulling it in is Milford. Quan, long range three. Ooh, silky smooth.
Nothing but the bottom of the net, and now stolen. So
another big bucket chance here. They'll get it with Will O'Connell. Here comes Tanuvasa, dishing it to Gonzalez. Back up to the corner. Shosa. Oh, get it to fall. We are due for another Shosa show here.
well, the issue I see is, again, 4 games in 5 days is a lot here, and with this big of a lead, I don't know if
Suzopa draining the three here as they respond. Just over 30 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Tanuvasa, now Gonzalez, looking for an open man. He finds Edmonds. They're double teaming Shosa, but he's just gonna breeze right by him, and he will draw the foul, I believe.
Let's see what that's on.
Yep, that'll go a push on Brady O'Connor, freshman in the game. No relation to O'Connell, so they're Irish. But back to the line comes Shosa to add to his point total.
Well, it's now 24 points scored. It's been up and up, 16 in the first, 22 in the second, and now
2 shots made there from Shosa. And they are pestering them there in the backcourt, but it's dished up, pulled in by the freshman O'Connor. Back out to Suzopa. And doesn't get the lucky bounce. Out of bounds. It'll stay Spartan possession.
6.1 seconds to go, and obviously you need to get some points here for...
Oh man, they almost turned it over. O'Connell, long range three. Gets nothing there.
0.3 seconds left on the clock.
Oh, that's why they shot it, yes. And
I don't even know what you're supposed to do here.
they got it off, but not enough. There from
Back-to-back air balls to end this quarter here, Zach.
an anticlimactic ending to such a great third quarter here for the Blue Knights, leading 63-36 when we start the fourth quarter.
Look at that. Same numbers, just different spots here with a
reversal, yeah.
63-36, and the fans here for West are saying warm up the buses as again, we still have another 8 minutes to go in this game, so anything's possible. Again, 16 in the first, 22 in the second, 25 in the third. That is a huge margin. You just take away the first quarter here, Zach, and West would still have more points than what you see. You can do it in various different ways.
Dominating offensively here. We're going to take a look ahead down the road here as Milford will go on to take Conval on Tuesday and then Kennett on Friday. And West will have some big games coming up as well.
I'm getting some fan attention here myself, as someone's noticing me in the crowd. I don't know where they are, but hello to getting some notoriety here, Zach, for you and I, for our third trip here this week, or at least my third trip here this week.
My second, your third area. It's been your second home recently.
I've done all blue teams this week here, Zach. 3 West and 1 Salem Blue Knights, or Blue Devils, who were trounced.
Oh! Broken ankles. Can Hood finish it? No, it's off. He gets his own rebound. Tanuvasa. No. Ball up in the air. They don't get points there, but my goodness.
And he is actually injured and is going to come out of the game.
Look at these fans here. They are loving that move. Well, to get back on the look ahead here, West will take on Bow and then Pelham and end with Sohegan, like you mentioned before.
We're going to check the floor to make sure that it's all right.
He broke him so hard they got to check the floor. How about that?
Well, sweat, and you do see the leaking ceiling here, so there's got to be some water on the floor, and you never like to see someone get injured here. That's certainly, you can say that he moved, but you've seen it before where if you don't have any traction, what else are you supposed to do?
Right.
I mean, I was at the Patriots-Jets game, the last game of the year, and that field was so frozen that what are you supposed to do when it's all ice?
Well, bringing it up here is Will O'Connell. Sora soars it up in the air, and it's pulled in by O'Connell. Into the corner for O'Connor. O'Connell now trying to drive on a bounce pass. Quan missed it. They get the ball back.
That's the offensive rebounds that Coach Otis was saying that he does not like his team giving up, and that's
Sora. Quan in the corner. Doesn't get it. O'Connor off the rebound. Missed it. Trying to get the ball back. He does. Good job by the freshman. Throwing it up to the top of the key. It's picked up by Sora. Good defense here from Tanavasa. Dishing it back up to O'Connor with his right hand. Freshman versus sophomore. Off of the hands. Here comes Shosa. What do you got? More points, baby.
And a timeout called by West here, as I think this is going to be a lot of substitutions possible here as he's getting things squared away. I think he was trying to hit a point marker, and most likely it's going to be close here.
I wonder what the personnel will look like for West, now up 65-36, a 29-point lead.
I like how you had to question that. Yes, it is correct. It's a 29-point lead. And all the coaches are kind of discussing things here, so kind of interesting to see the coaches having a huddle with Demir Hasek, Chris Lutz, Jacob Plamondon, and Coach Rich Otis as well.
So we got 3 leaks here?
It's a lot going on here in this gymnasium tonight here.
A lot of points, 65 with
I don't know if we
6:27.
can see, it's trash bin is right there for a reason. I don't think that the camera is going to be able to pick up this leak from the ceiling, but tough spot to be in for old gymnasium here.
But a very refurbished floor, as the court is just gorgeous. Here's Quan. He'll bring it up here for the Spartans. Oh, man. What was that? I don't really know, but he kind of hit the corner of the backboard trying to just pull up there.
Shooter's got to shoot here, Zach.
Yeah.
Shooter's got to shoot.
Especially when you're down. Hood, that'll rattle out. Pulled in. Up and off. That is Carl Taylor Jr., the football star in the game here for West. Shosa stays in. Jaden Rosa, a senior, will also come in for West, and Kayshawn Foster, another football star, will check in for Shosa.
And Max got to come out of the game. Great to see some scoring there. It took him a little bit to warm up, as again, long week, but he seems to have brought the noise here to this gymnasium, and now we'll see what some of the bench role players can do here.
Yeah, Foster played in the JV game. In the corner, Rosa trying to drive up, and a foul will be called on the freshman Brady O'Connor.
You know, nothing much that Brady could do is a bigger person running into you like that with Jaden Rosa. Jaden looked like a fullback right there.
Yes, more football references as the two of the top players on that West team are on this.
We are just 48 hours away from the Super Bowl. You got to remember that, Zach.
Oh, yeah. CJ Carl Taylor Jr. up now. Foster on the handle, but he gets his pocket picked. And Quan, will he shoot is the question. He'll give it over to O'Connell. Will O'Connell back to Quan. Driving up, foul called, shot will fall.
I do really appreciate what Quan can do here. A sophomore guard here, and yeah, he only had 6 points in the first half, but he's been very good with the ball. I would trust with him for sure going in the next two seasons.
Being their leading scorer as a sophomore, and the shot will fall, foul called. Will O'Connell will go to the line here. Like we said, a team with 7 juniors, 0 seniors, as you're going to bring this whole core back next year, and your leading scorer being a sophomore, this is sort of a progression year per se for Milford.
And you can look at things for West as they're going to lose a lot of important seniors next year.
Yeah, 7 of them, one of them being Shosa. They got Hood, who's got some great handles, just struggles to get on the board scoring.
And Tanuvasa as well.
Yeah, Hood, that's stolen. Here comes O'Connell. Oh, nice job. They're going to call foul there.
I think a little knee might have lifted up and hurt a certain area for down that layup for O'Connell, but he seems to be handling it well.
4:48 remaining here in the fourth quarter. That is Kenyon Sora defended by Jermaine Gonzalez. Pull up and good from Quan.
Great shot right there, and now we have a foul.
Push on Kayshawn, or on, yeah, that'll be on Kayshawn. They'll call him.
They must know each other from football or something like that. There seems to have a connection that they're playing with each other's hair and making some jokes, or it's just,
who knows? Friendly
banter.
Friendly banter. Pulled in. Defended by C.J. Taylor. That's off. Down the far side. Gonzalez. Defended by O'Connell. A long possession. He will step out of bounds.
There's only so much room on that baseline, and unfortunately, with bigger feet like that, you're gonna eventually touch it.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, I saw him scaling all the way down, and most of the time when you're going down the baseline after having the ball for an extended period of time, you'll slip up, step out. Here is Brady O'Connor trying to get a lane here. He dishing it over to Sora. Quan up, got it. Man, it's nuts.
You might want to get him away from that spot. It seems like that is his favorite spot to shoot.
20-point lead. Kayshawn couldn't get it to fall. Sora, corner, can he do it again? No. Up, and it will be Milford on the inbound, I do believe.
Wow, foul called on that.
In comes Nate Kenksey back in after having a slip-up defensively is what I'll call it.
That's a fair assessment there. We'll call it that, and let's see what the fans can do for him. Oh
boy, you don't want to mess with these West fans here as Sopa will go to the line to shoot.
I gotta mention this. It's down to a 20-point lead. Yeah, there's 3 minutes and 40 seconds, and unable to make that free throw. But at least remember it was up to 31 at one point. So I got to give Milford a little bit of love as they've gotten this down to, possibly 19 on this free throw.
Yeah, you never know if they had kept their starters out, but you said there's a chance they put up 80 here, and with the way it was going, that seemed real possible. I guess you could say Milford's done a good job of, limiting damage when it comes to the end of the game here as that shot will fall. Pulled in by Suzopa. And he'll settle in, try to set something up. Quan, top of the key, good.
19. Hope Max isn't too relaxed out there. We might need him back out there.
Don't get too relaxed, yeah. Taylor swatted away. Here comes Quan with a fast break. Up and in. Timeout, Milford.
Look at this from Milford.
17-point game now. Uh-oh.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's love to see Jaden Rosa and others score some points here for West, but they're not doing a good job on offense to really move the ball. They just keep getting it picked off, and for Milford, they're happy to just take these easy buckets as they've scored, really 14 points here since they were down 31. And now it seems like the fans are doing a lot of cheering, and I couldn't. Nate, maybe? I'm trying to figure out if it's an 8 or a.
I thought I heard that too. I don't see anyone on the roster with that name similar. I think everyone has come in to this game. I believe there's just 2 that haven't entered on the roster, Tyree Torres and Israel Cruz. But who knows? Shosa down the far side. Here comes Tanavasa as they got their starters back in, up and in.
And you got to make sure that you get the win. You got to go back to what worked through the first 24 minutes of the game.
And, whether or not the role players played well or not, you're getting your main guys rest, and that's real important with the games they've had this week. Is a 3 from O'Connell is good. 69-53, just over 2.5 minutes left to play here in the final quarter of regulation. Pass up, oh boy. Never say never.
Tevin Edmonds just threw a air ball. Well, I wouldn't say an air ball, just a Hail Mary pass.
O'Connell, oh boy, that's good. More points. 69-56 here. They're going to have to get the ball to the front court quickly here. Oh no, that's off the body of Chavez. Milford with the ball now. Here comes O'Connell. Nice pass here, Sizopo. Where's Quan? They got to get it to him. Shot up, off, and West with the ball. Big rebound there. And I think Milford will get the ball back. Nice job there by Ethan Sizopa, tying him up. Oh. Why does this happen? I feel didn't this happen in the Kingswood game where it looked like they were starting to piece something together late?
It's exactly the same thing. It's a broken record is tough to listen to, but we are doing the exact same thing as what else can you say? I mean, look at this. It was a 31-point lead, and now things have changed drastically. That these final 2 minutes and 7 seconds is going to be special to see if Coach Otis can get these boys to listen. But for Coach Gunnarsson, he's got to be pleased to see that his team has shown fight. They've shown heart. They've drawn everything that they can to get back into this game. When everyone in the crowd was saying, warm up the buses, they're like, hey, we're not, it's already warm. It's a warm night.
It's already warm. I thought that too. 69-56, 13-point lead here. Just over 2 minutes left to go here in the fourth. This is coverage of high school basketball on Manchester Public Television. I'm Zach Johnston with Kyle Heavey, manning the camera tonight. It's been a pleasure to be with you so far. We got just over 2 minutes left to go here in the fourth quarter. It'll be Obando on the inbound. He'll bounce it over to Tanuvasa. Trying to set something up here, defended by Kingthy. He'll get around him. Tanuvasa's done a good job of that for sure tonight. Obando driving, he's got a lane. Doesn't fall. They wanted a foul, and Otis is not pleased.
His clipboard just went for a ride.
And they'll miss the shot. West needs a big bucket. Can they get it from Schultz, who's open? Tanuvasa draws the foul.
Actually, he's going to get the charge.
Oh, no, are you kidding me? Wow. And Otis, I thought that might have been a temper pleaser.
That was his fourth foul right there.
He better watch out. He might get a tech here as he is barking. Not showing a lot of love to his clipboard there. As Sizopa trying to get something going here to the lane, throwing it to no one.
Yeah, that was points that were needed there.
That's tough now, and it's never over, but 13 points, just under a minute and a half left. West with the ball here.
89 seconds left in this contest.
They need to force a turnover, and they did. Here comes Quan. Watch out. Quan Nylon! Kyle Kwan, 10-point game. Tanovasa. West needs a silencer. Batted out of bounds. West will get the ball back. Great job by Will O'Connell here. Would you have thought this would have been the case?
Absolutely not, because this has been a wild turn of events here. A phenomenal 6+ minutes here for Milford to get back into this contest.
They need a silencer to just take the hopes away.
They're playing defense, but unfortunately it just keeps going off them out of bounds.
Yeah. The time, yeah. Will they consider fouling? Into the backcourt comes Hood. That's Edmonds. Sizopa trying to take it away here. And they will foul. That is Sizopa drawing it, and going to the line will be Obando. It says 6 fouls. Obviously, that's not how high school basketball goes anymore, so the foul total must be off here.
No, that's on West. West has 6 fouls, so anytime West fouls.
Okay. Up, big bucket there from Shosa. 71-59, just under 50 seconds here. Kwan, they're gonna need to shoot here. He's the guy to do it. O'Connell up, off, and Kwan saving it. Pass is taken by Kingthy into the corner. Kwan up, no! And West ball. 30 seconds left, and West may have just pulled away from what looked to be almost a miraculous comeback from Milford. Gonzalez, Obando, clock ticking here. Shosa, can they get a big shot? It goes back to Obando, now Hood. Tanovasa, that is not Tanovasa, that's Tevin Edmonds. And a foul.
Edmonds will be the 4th foul, so there's still 1 more to go. You didn't expect to see an issue like that for Milford, with having to foul and foul and foul to try to get them to the free throw line.
Shosa draws the foul from Kenyon Sora. So that might put a button on it here. 71-59, and what a bounce back effort here in the 4th quarter from Milford. It looks like it won't be enough to get the job done, however. Shosa looking to put the icing on the cake here with these free throws to make it 73-59. His first shot will hit. We'd like to say here it's been a long week of Manchester West basketball, as they will finish the week here. They had 3 games or 4 this week.
They had 3 games here.
1 at Pelham, that's right. So they'll finish their week 2-2.
3-1.
3-1 and 3-0 at home. Kwan off the front of the rim. We'll let the student section take us out here. Well, it was a pleasure to be with you here on this Friday evening. Any final thoughts here, Kyle?
I got to give Will Tanovasa player of the game, in my opinion. I thought he played phenomenal and really kept the scoring going for West early in this contest while Max was waiting to warm up.
It was a battle back and forth. We saw a big margin lead for West, and we saw Milford cut it down several times. That'll do it here from Manchester Public Television. I'm Zach Johnston with Kyle Heavey. Our final score, Manchester West 73 and Milford 59. We'll see you again. We're signing off. Have a great rest of your night.